I've never A, rebuilt a carb before, B, I've never installed a carb before. Definitely needed cleaning out. Oh my god.
Okay, don't.
Oh. And see, I've never set one up.
Oh, there be love, love, love. Wherever you go, 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 there be love.
Here's a kiss for Toby.
Okay, come on.
Gotta make sure my cherub's on.
Okay, and come on. You just hit record to record properly, and say you ended the earlier video to then come back on and talk about your cherubs.
I'm waiting for you. Don't know if you noticed this, but we're waiting for you.
Let's Sorry, it was.
I'm sorry, I got him.
I kept trying to move from it, and it kept being like this. Let's recap. We came to the farm to work on our 1965 Clark Cortez motorhome's roof because we recently painted it. And that's when we noticed the carburetor was leaking.
We were driving up to the garage and I could really smell a strong smell of petrol, and I happened to look down into the engine because we ain't got any engine covers in it at the moment, and noticed a rather large puddle of petrol forming on top of the intake manifold. This was spurting straight out of the front end of the carburetor, showing that one of the gaskets had leaking, and that meant we had to pull it and rebuild it. So that's what I did.
We are back at the farm with this beauty that my husband rebuilt. It is insanely wonderful. You did such a great job.
Let's put it this way, you could eat your dinner off it. It's that clean.
I know, it's just amazing. I cannot believe that you did this.
It was absolutely disgusting when I removed it. There was so much crap and crud and varnish and grime in there. It was no wonder it wasn't running right.
It's beautiful though, Andrew. You did an amazing job. So now what is the plan?
Today, we're also going to remove the intake manifold from the Cortez as well, because honestly, in there, the engine is absolutely filthy. It's horrible. So it just makes working on it all that more dirty. So while the carb's off, we're going to pull the intake manifold off, give it a good clean, reinstall it with some fresh gaskets, install this bad boy, and try and get it running. There's probably one under here. There's one. While the bolts soak in this releaser, we're just going to drop the coolant out because there is a feed for the coolant into the intake manifold on this engine.
How far do I go?
Until the water drains out. I expected more.
It's like...
That's kind of worrying. Coolant should have flooded out of there, so I'm a bit concerned that the radiator's empty, but we'll drop this lower radiator hose just to make sure that we get all the coolant out as much as possible and go from there. If it's empty, then we've got a leak somewhere, which is not good. That's more reassuring.
Whoa, there's coolant in there.
This is the thermostat housing. As you can see, there's a lot of built up rust and grime in there, so we'll get all this cleaned out, put a new gasket in it and a new thermostat.
Oh my gosh, it's really hard.
Yeah, it's like lime scaly, rusty grime. To take the inlet manifold out, we've had to remove one of the valve covers. Voila! Which is good because I wanted to have a look under there anyway, but we've got all the bolts out. I'm going to lift out hopefully the intake manifold. Oh, these Americans are stronger than I am. Come on, can I swap places with you? That weighs a ton. I've had engines in cars in England that weigh less than that. Okay, so we'll get it out, get it cleaned up, get all these gasket faces cleaned as well. Oh my god.
We're back for day 2, and hopefully this will go a lot faster.
Yep. I forgot how I was starting. Last night we talked about some point in the future pulling the engine and refurbishing it. So today we're not going to go crazy on cleaning the intake manifold much more, but we're just going to make sure it's presentable and then get it reinstalled. This is at least 30 or 40.
Listen, my stuff's heavy too.
Listen, thanks for your help.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh, my back.
What? We have to stop again?
Listen, when you put a shift in like I do, you can make fun until such time you can't.
You made it.
Just thanks for your help. You did great. You tired?
Yeah.
Well, you did carry a lot.
I know, this was very heavy.
Well, I've got this one, so you can carry that bag. See ya.
Andrew,
Yeah?
are you ready to go?
Yeah, I need you to get that.
Andrew,
Come on, pick it up, let's go.
Okay, you have to record then. I certainly won't be making a song and dance over. I can get this on my own then. Let me show you how a lady does it.
Oh,
my
no, we are not rolling it.
I'm not rolling it.
Oh, we've gone quiet all of a sudden. Remember, it's a lot cleaner now than it was when I was carrying it.
What, does that mean I have more weight, love?
Yeah, actually. You alright though? You're veering off course a bit, sweet. Where are you going, sweet? We're not going in the field. Oh, pretty sure this is the equivalent of just pouring it down.
Listen, I don't care what it's the equivalent of.
No? Breathe. Remember to breathe.
Andrew. Andrew,
Yeah?
stop talking to me.
I mean, you were talking to me.
Andrew, I need you to be the supportive husband that I know you can be. Show the world that you're that supportive husband.
Go, lamb. You can do it.
Shh.
Doing great, lamb. I'm so proud of you. You're a beast. Look how close you are. I bet you can taste victory. Can you taste it?
Well, I tasted it when I first picked it up. Okay, don't.
Oh, God, damn it. It's okay, we can get a new sensor. I'm sorry, I didn't even see that. I didn't even think about that.
Okay, you're beating it up.
I'm not gonna hit it again, am I?
You did. So now what's gonna happen?
Nothing. It's just... Nothing, it's just a temperature sensor. Just
But how do you get a new one?
you just unscrew it and put a new one in. Today we're back hoping to get the Cortez started, but before we do we've got a few more jobs left to finish off. We've got to refit the remaining coolant lines and fill it with coolant. We've got to fit the valve cover that's left and also set up the distributor before installing the carburetor. No, that's not it.
Are you ready? How do you feel?
I mean, screwing it down's easy. It's just firing it up that's going to be difficult.
Do you think it'll work?
Maybe yes.
How? What percentage?
Oh, I'm a solid 40% sure it's going to work.
Andrew, are you serious? That's horrible. 40%. We did not spend all that time for 40%.
Maybe
like,
we
at least
did.
give me like 60%, 70%. Actually, I'm going for only 80%.
I'll give you 50. Number one, the battery might be flat. Number two, there's no fuel in the carburetor ball, so it might take a long time to fire up.
Wait, pause. Why would there be no fuel?
Because it's empty, because we've rebuilt it. It's got a fill, basically, is what I'm saying.
Wait, this whole thing fills with fuel?
Just this back area.
Okay, so we basically have to have it turn on enough to get fuel inside of it.
Yeah, and then we've also got to keep an eye out for leaks.
Okay. Is anything going to spurt out at me? Theoretically, no.
Theoretically, no.
Okay.
Potentially, maybe yes.
Okay.
But it'll only be petrol.
All right,
so
I'm
don't worry.
living dangerously.
Okay, we're ready?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, so...
I mean, that was pretty special.
But we're gonna have to figure out what happened and come back.
I'm still happy.